Hey, AP World! Welcome in. Today we are going to play Jeopardy for Unit 5. Hey, Annie, how you doing? Good to see you here. I have some music playing in the background. If that's too loud or if it doesn't sound good and it's annoying, just let me know and I will turn it off. I could also turn it up too if you guys want to hear it a little bit better. I thought maybe that might be fun when we're waiting for answers. All right, so team 1, I'm going to put you on team 1, NNE, since you are here. I also have some quick announcements. Next week, we will be playing games to review the content throughout the week, so make sure you have your notifications turned on. You're welcome to join in any of those games. Some of them may be repeats depending on if I play with different classes or not, but it will all be AP World History. So that's a quick announcement. Also, next week at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be doing one-pagers to kind of organize your notes and whatnot. And then on the 19th, we'll do the DBQ for Unit 6 and the 20th last-minute questions right before the test. Can you believe it? We have 2 weeks until the AP test. 2 weeks. All right, if you are in here, go ahead and drop your name in the comments so I can get you on a team. Hopefully we have some more kiddos show up. I just texted mine to let them know that we are playing. I'm going to text them again, keep bugging them. They're probably not awake yet. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments how you're doing. All right, we have 6 people in here. Make sure that you drop in the comments your name. If you're just joining, I've got some announcements up there on the screen. Okay, no problem, NNE. Not a problem at all. Hey, Leah, nice to see you. Leah, I'm going to put you on team 2. And Ethan, you'll be on team 1. Lana, team 2. Juan, team 1. Hi, Juan. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Welcome back. So I've got some announcements up there on the screen. Next week, we're going to be playing games all week. You are welcome to join in any of them. My class will be playing at 9:30, but I think I'm going to be playing with some other classes as well. We're going to be doing one-pagers to organize your notes as well. And then the following week, we'll do our last DBQ practice for Unit 6. And a Are You Ready pep talk will also be in there. Hey, Rachel, welcome back. Rachel, I'm sorry about yesterday. I thought you were there for APUSH. I didn't realize you were looking for WHAP. Although some of the questions coincided with WHAP, so it worked out. Yesterday and tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some APUSH stuff to help those teachers out. So sorry to confuse you. All right, Rachel, I put you on team 2. One last thing before we get started here, make sure you check the schedule and make sure that you have your notifications turned on so that you don't miss any of that stuff. Also, tomorrow at 7 p.m., we'll be doing DBQ Unit 5. If you need a copy of that, you can email me. Let me drop my email in the comments here for you, and I will send it to you so that you can practice it before we go over it. There you go. There's my email. All right. All right, good, Rachel. I was like, poor girl, she's probably so confused. Why are we studying APUSH? Anyway, all right. Well, I've got a little bit of music in on the background. If that's too loud, let me know. I thought that might be kind of fun to have that for when we're waiting for answers. I can also turn it up too if you can't hear it. We got a little bit of 1940s swing music going on. All right, so I have 10 people watching. Make sure you drop in the comments. Let me know your name if you want to be on a team. So far, I have team 1, NNE, Ethan, and Juan, and team 2, Leah, Lana, and Rachel. And then last but not least, make sure you check the schedule next week. We're going to be busy. We have 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. It has gone so fast. It's crazy how fast this has gone. Anyways, all right. Well, let's get going then. Here is your topics for the day. Let's get enlightened. How about a revolution? Industrial revolution, government and industry, and miscellaneous. Hi, Luz. Welcome in. Luz, I'm going to put you on team 1. Got you in there. All right, so if we have any more join later, we'll just add them to a team. Once again, we got team 1, NNE, Ethan, Juan, and Luz, and team 2, Leah, Lana, and Rachel. NNE, would you like to be the team leader for, well, actually, you got to leave a little early, right? Wait, you have to leave around 11. Oh, we'll be done by then. So you want to be team leader for team 1, and go ahead and pick a category for us and how much money. And then team 2, either Leah, Lana, or Rachel. Let me know who would like to be the lead to pick the category for them. And NNE was first in here, so I thought I'd give her the shot at team leader this week. So just let me know which category you'd like and how much you would like to go for. I fixed the board so that I can click on all of them. Oh, you're going to let Ethan? Okay. Ethan, she's handing it over to you, buddy. So let me know what category and how much you would like, and we will get that going. All right. Ethan says, sure. He's going to pick one. Gosh, it is only Tuesday, and I'm already tired, guys. What about you? Let me know how you're doing. Sure. Rachel, you can do it for team 2. That sounds good. Hey, Sam, welcome in. I'm going to put you on team 2. They still need a player. So I'm going to put you on there. Good morning. Oops. Sorry. That's not what I meant to do. Go back. There we go. All right. So Ethan wants 500 for How About a Revolution. Here we go. Getting the big ones out of the way. That's very like Ethan. So it says, these revolutions led to more nationalism, which will eventually lead to 2 things. What do the revolutions lead to? Well, I'm sorry. The revolutions lead to nationalism. What does nationalism lead to? We need 2 things. Hi, Josue. Welcome in. I'm going to put you on team 1, Josue. So we need 2 things that nationalism leads to. Hey, Quentin, you'll be on team 2. We just started. Perfect timing. This is Unit 5, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Playing out of Unit 5. Equal rights and Constitution. That would be more of like what the revolutions led to. We're looking for what nationalism led to, because the question talks about the revolutions led to more nationalism. What does nationalism lead to? Ethan says creation of more states or nation states. Yes, that's definitely one. Okay, because the big empires are going to split up, right? Ethnically, they want to be separate. Rachel talks about independence. That could probably count for like the big empires kind of splitting up. What is the second one? Think about what happens after Unit 5. Imperialism? Yeah, you could definitely say imperialism. Yep, that could be one of them. Good job, Juan. So we got some from team 1 and some from team 2. So I'm just going to give you both 250 points. We'll just start it off like that. We're missing one more thing, though. If you can think of this one other thing, I'll give your team 100 points. I'll give you a hint. It's a, let's see. How can I phrase the hint? It affects the whole world. Expanded trade, yeah, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Democracies, no, that would be more revolutions. Industrialization, yeah, you could tie that to nationalism. I'm thinking about a war, though. That should give it away. Conflicts? Yeah, which one specifically? Hey, Parker, yeah, come on in. I'll put you on team 2. They need another person. Thinking about a specific war. It has a number in it. Ah, there we go, NNE. There we go. World War I. Remember, nationalism is one of the reasons that World War I happens. Yeah. So easy, right? So easy. Well, yeah, you said conflict, Sam, but I mean, that could mean several things. Definitely separation. So nationalism is going to lead to World War I, the breakup of empires, more globalization, as Ethan said, more industrialization, all of those things, because basically they want to be best, the best, right? That's this whole competition idea. All right, good job. That one was a kind of a confusing question. So, all right, Ethan, go ahead and choose another one off the board for us here. We got 500 revolutions. That one is done and wiped out. Yeah, sorry, Sam. You got to be more specific. Let's see. Rachel says French and American Revolution. Yeah, those are two of the revolutions that we'll review in the game today. So keep those in mind. Also, if you tuned in a little bit late, next week and the week after, I have a ton of things that are going to be going on to get you guys ready for the test. So just stay tuned to that. I'll put it through Remind for you as well, so that you know. It's not all mandatory. You know, I'll be giving you guys extra credit if you're in my class. So don't stress if you can't make it, or you can listen to them later. All right, Industrial Revolution for 500. Hi, Annie. Welcome in. I'm going to put you on team 1, Annie. All right, Industrial Revolution for 500. Explain one social effect of industrialization on Great Britain. Explain one social effect of industrialization on Great Britain. So you have to tell me a little bit about it. So basically, this unit entity is about political revolutions as well as industrial revolutions. So let's see. Besides pollution from industrial, are you talking about effect? Yes, that definitely would be an effect. Ethan, yes, but what was the effect on the middle class? Luz says increase of women's role. How, Luz? Tell me a little bit more about that. And then he says women and children were given harsher working conditions. Okay. And then I think I'm going to go with yours. Yes, Pedro, you can still join. Pedro, I'm going to put you on team 2. All right. So, yeah. So harsher working conditions for women, definitely with low pay. Ethan says rise of the middle class. Yep, that is all true. The cult of domesticity. Okay, so that's right. Women. Well, explain that a little bit more, Annie, what you mean by that. Oops. See, here we go. We got to go back. There we go. Leah says urban cities were created and expanded. Yes, definitely. So more urbanization is happening. Women were able to work in factories and families depended on their income. Very good, Luz. Hi, Katie. Come on in. I'll put you on team 1. All right. Go ahead, Ethan, and take it away. Let us know. Actually, Katie, team 2 needs another person. I'm going to put you on team 2. Parker says one social effect of Industrial Revolution was more cities. People moved into cities and were in closer quarters. This affected people because it allowed for disease to spread faster. Yes, that's very good. So because the cities are getting more crowded, there was more disease and definitely more issues with that. And then he says, wasn't the cult of domesticity where men used more influences from patriarchy to determine what women should and should not do? Okay. Yeah, you could definitely argue that because women are, working a little bit more, and they are mostly have male bosses. So definitely, you could definitely argue patriarchy. All right, Ethan wants government and industry for 500. Here we go. Explain the cause and effect of the Meiji Restoration in Japan. You need to have both. So cause and effect. Doesn't necessarily need to be in a full sentence, but make sure that you explain it a little bit. I got to turn this song up because it's a fun song. I don't think you guys can hear it. I got some theme music today. Let me know if it's annoying. Like if it's too loud or something. Okay, so Ethan says the cause was U.S. trying to trade. The effect was something industrialization. Rachel says the cause was trade pressures from foreign countries, and the result was industrialization. This caused Japan to open up and allow tech to flow. Okay, so that's a tough one. Ethan was first, but I like Rachel's explanation better. So I'm going to go with Rachel for that one. Sorry, Ethan. And then Juan says the Meiji Restoration was caused after Western powers came into Japan and led to Japan's westernization. Samuel says it caused trade with the U.S. and affected modernization. Good. And then he says, could Matthew Perry be an example to use as a cause and effect? Show how Japan was one of the first Asian countries. Yeah, so you could definitely say that Matthew Perry was sent in by the U.S. He was rejected at first, and then he went back because the U.S. wanted to trade. The cause would more be that the U.S. wanted to trade versus like Matthew Perry being the cause. He was just the messenger. But you could definitely put him in there as some outside evidence, or if he's not mentioned in the document, he could be your outside evidence. Lana says the cause is internal problems in Japan and feudal systems were decaying. Very good. The effect was modernization of Japan. Yes, Lana, that part is true. Definitely make sure that you add to that by saying that the U.S. wanted to trade or outside influences came in wanting to trade, because that causes the whole collapse of the internal systems as well. So that part is important. All right, guys, good job. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Rachel, you have control of the board. Let us know what you want. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it was kind of a little bit too loud. I couldn't concentrate. All right. Trying new things, you know. All right, Rachel, let me know which one you would like. We have 2 of the 500s gone, but everything else. Enlightenment for 300. All right, enlightenment for 300. Here we go. John Locke argued for social contract. What is social contract? Juan says power is in the hands of the people. Okay, that could be part of it. Anani says social contract is where the people should be able to have control of the government. That's definitely part of it. What's the other part of it? Ethan says social contract was the contract between the people and the government in which the government would protect the people in exchange of a loss of some rights. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So social contract is this agreement between the people. People give up some of their freedom in exchange for laws to protect them. Very good. All right, Ethan, you have control of the board. Let us know what you want. Rachel says social contract was contract between government and people. Give up some of their rights in exchange for order. Yes, very good, Rachel. Just like a millisecond after Ethan. Ugh, it hurts, doesn't it? It just hurts. But very, very good. Yes, that's exactly what they're looking for, a social contract. Very good. All right, we're neck and neck. Team 1 has 1150 and Team 2 has 750. Yesterday, I got to tell you, this is so funny. We were playing with A-Push, and there were 3 teams. The first 2 teams were like killing it, and Team 3 was just really having a hard time. They ended up like getting like 400 points, though, near the end. So when we went into Final Jeopardy, Team 1 and Team 2 wagered all their points. Team 3 wagered everything except for 1 point. They all got the question wrong. So Team 3 won with 1 point. Isn't that hilarious? Even though they had been behind the whole time. It was so funny. Sorry, Ethan, I didn't have the board back up here, but Ethan already knew what he wanted. Enlightenment for 500. Here we go. Adam Smith supported laissez-faire, which meant leave alone, or that the government should what? Yes, Rachel, I thought so too. So funny. Okay, Anna says free. Rachel says should let the people control the industry. Hands off. Yes. So Rachel, you got it, girl. Should let the people control the industry. They need to stay off or stay out. Hands off. Very good. Ethan says step back and let the people do the work in the economy. Yes, that's good too. Sam says not interfere with industry. Lana, not interfere. Government should leave alone the economy and trade. And yes, very good. Juan, have its government be controlled by the people. Absolutely. Very good. Reduce any influence in economics. Remember, Adam Smith is all about economy. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Pedro. You're right. Okay, Rachel, you have control of the board. Let me know what you want. Anyway, I told you that story about A-Push because no matter how far behind you are, you still have a chance to win. And sometimes it can be with 1 point. I mean, it was just too funny. Team 1 and 2 were not happy because they had been killing it the whole game. All right. Oh, Rachel. Rachel's got some trash talk for you, Ethan. I love it. Rachel's from Ohio, by the way. So her and I, we got this close connection because, you know, I'm from Ohio too. So go Buckeyes. Hey, Gary, welcome in. Gary, I'm going to put you on Team 1. And you can join them. And Rachel says miscellaneous for 500. All right. She's going for the big one, Ethan. Here we go. Explain one way that economic systems of the period 1750 to 1900 led to change. So what was one way the economic systems led to change in this time period? He's ready. He's ready for the fight. You guys are cracking me up. I have so enjoyed this, by the way. Thank you so much for joining. I miss y'all so much, and I miss being in the classroom, but this has definitely helped. So NNE says economic systems led to change due to more exploitation for new makers and materials. Okay, give me something specific. Claude 1 says, well, it caused an increased amount of trade. True. Can you give me a specific example? And then E says, more capitalism, no more mercantilism. Okay. All right. I like that. Samuel says, I don't know. Samuel, there's a whole section of the book on this, so you might want to reread that. Ethan says, META and imperial economic systems led to exploitation. True. Trade routes and technologies. There you go, Sam. You're getting on the right path now. Allows Europeans to get wealthy and their imperial possessions become poorer. Very good. Hi, Sean. Welcome in. Sean, I'm going to put you on team 2. Okay, so let me look back here. NNE, I'm going to give it to you this time because economic systems do lead to more exploitation, more materials. Very good. Remember, we talked about mass consumerism. That's definitely something that is coming about during this time. People have more money. As Ethan was talking about how the middle class gets wealthier, they're able to spend more money on things that they want versus need. Gary says it allowed for new economic forms to open up, capitalism and socialism. Yes, Gary, yes, that's awesome. Okay, NNE is on that team. All right, so I got you. Emergence of communism and socialism. Yes, Sean, very good. So all of these things are changing during this time frame. Now, remember, if the DBQ asks you about change, you have to talk about what it's like before the change and what it's like during or after so that you can show that change. All right. So, for example, if you're talking about how communism comes about during this time, you need to talk about why. What was it like before? What prompted this change? So you could, an example, you could talk about how Karl Marx saw how the low class was suffering, and he came up with this idea of communism from those sufferings. And you could talk about like before communism, before the idea, right? They were suffering a lot, and this leads to wanting to have more equality or something like that. Okay. So don't forget that anytime you're talking about change, you have to talk about what it's like before. Otherwise, you don't show change. Okay, Ethan, the board is you. Go ahead and let us know what you want. There's 1,500 left, Industrial Revolution. So I'm guessing that's probably what you want. Okay, NNE says less labor unions. Yeah, so eventually labor unions will come into play more, and they're definitely important because they start helping give more rights. So good. All right, so far we've got team 1 with 1650 and team 2 is right at their heels with 1250. So this is a close game. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Ethan, I'm guessing you want Industrial Revolution for 500. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one to you because I already know. See, told you. All right, Industrial Revolution for 500. Explain one social effect of did we already do this one? I think we did this one, but we'll do it again. Explain one social effect of industrialization on Great Britain. That is the question. It's kind of a question, Gary, just because it doesn't have a question mark. I think Gary would be the one that would be, competing with Abdul if we were actually in class. And Abdul is not on here, but I think you guys would be competing with each other to be the funny one. Okay, NNE says, no, I was just adding on. Okay, sweet, NNE, cool. Let's see, allow the middle class to rise somewhat. Okay, Ethan says we already did this. Well, tell me another one. Samuel says, rise in the middle class. Okay, so what was the effect of that, Samuel? Rachel says it leads to consumerism. Okay, rise in the middle class. Yes. What was the effect of that, though, Ethan? Child labor laws. One, I like that one. I'm gonna give it to you guys. And also Rachel, because she was first. So let's do this. Let's split the points between you guys. All right. I might have put that on there twice. I think that's what happened. Okay. NNE says, I got to go. I have a Google Meet. Bye. Bye, NNE. Thank you for playing. Appreciate you. All right, Lana says, among those was the increase in wealth and the production of goods. Oh, Lana, look at you. Yes, very nice. I like that answer. Okay, I probably just put that on there twice. All right, Ethan, let me know which one you want. We have all the 400s left if you want to keep moving up the board. Shun says, it undermined power of landlords because their wealth is based on land and led to urbanization of people searching for work. Very good, Shun. Ethan says, before there was no middle class and was very limited. Yes, then it starts to grow. Absolutely. Awesome. You guys are doing great today. All right. So, Ethan, I'm guessing you want one of the 400s. I'm going to go ahead and tally up these points here so we can see what we've got. Team 2 is at 1,500. And Team 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 is at 1,900. So we're still neck and neck. It's anybody's game. And from the example I told you about yesterday, it really is anybody's game. Yeah, I split the points, Ethan. I gave you each some. Because both Rachel and Juan had some good answers. All right, I'm going to say enlightened for 400, Ethan. That's my mind reading that I think that's what you're going to want. Let's see. Claude one says, dang, I just woke up and my fingers are a bit slow. I understand, Gary. I gotcha. All right, so Ethan, we're going to go with let's get enlightened for you guys. All right, here we go. Montesquieu supported this in terms of the way the government should be divided. Montesquieu supported this in terms of the way the government should be divided. Ethan, I guessed right. Good job. He likes to knock them out, biggest to littlest. I like the mentality. Makes it easy for me. Separation of government. Yes, very good, Ethan. So separation of powers or separation of government. The branches of government. Yes, that comes from Montesquieu. All right. Team 1, 400 points. There you go. Ethan, let me know what you would like next. Let's see. Very good. Yes, Montesquieu is the separation of powers. That's where we get that from. So like executive branch, legislative branch, and judicial branch. Ooh, Claude one. He's coming up with the big guns. He says Montesquieu called the idea of dividing government power into these branches the separation of powers. He thought it most important to create separate branches of government, equal but different. Yes, very good. That way one branch wouldn't have all the power. James Holtzhauer? I'm not sure who that is. Rachel, let me know. And Juan says legislative, executive, judicial. Yes. All right. So Ethan, 400. How about a revolution? Here we go. This group didn't gain much from the Latin American revolutions. They were still unable to vote, and most received very little education. What group were they? Ran out of space and gave up. Okay. Well, it was good. It was good, Gary. Got a good one there. He was the guy on Jeopardy who played like Ethan. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. I didn't know that. I haven't really watched Jeopardy in a while. I've been watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Ooh, maybe we could play that. I'm gonna write that down. Okay, let's see. Ethan says the natives. I need a specific group here. Maybe we could play Team Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Okay. Gary says mestizos. Nope. Africans. Nope. I mean, mestizos and Africans, that is true, but that's not the group that I'm looking for here. Think about gender. Wouldn't that be fun, Rachel? Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? I'm gonna have to figure that out. I wonder if there's like there might be a template for it. Maybe I'll look. Think about gender. Which gender did not get the right to vote or received very little education after the revolution? There you go, women. Whoop, whoop. Yep, there you go, Gary. The women did not get very many rights, so they're not really getting any help from these revolutions. Yes, the women's. I like it, the women's. Okay, return to the board. Here we go. All right, Gary, you are on team 1. That was 400. So Ethan, you have control of the board. We still have all the 400s left except for enlightenment. I know, Sean. Sorry, that was worded a little tricky. So sorry. Oh, I forgot to tell you, today we have a studio audience. They're sitting right over here. They're going to clap for you. Very nice, huh? They decided to join. They're right over here, aka my little sound machine. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Ethan. You're right. Don't argue with the moderator, okay? You're right. I was just pulling that out of the book. I don't want you to forget about women, you know? Did you say it first, Rachel? I think Gary's popped up first. I think that was the problem. You were like maybe like a millisecond after him. Okay. Oh, Gary, she's trash talking a little bit over here. All right, Ethan wants 400 for revolutions. How about a revolution? Here we go. We just did that one. Okay, we'll do 400 for industrial revolution. That's probably the one you meant. Okay. Human capital was a key factor in the success of U.S. industrialization. What does that mean? What is human capital? Abigail Adams has entered the chat. Yes, she has. Remember the ladies. All right, I'll stop talking so you can. The women's. I love it. The workforce. Yes, very good. So Rachel gets that one. Let's see. That was 400. Rachel, you now have control of the board. Yes, human capital is the workforce or the labor that needed to be in factories. Specifically, immigrants are coming in. So, Sean, migration to the U.S., yes, very good. They needed low-skilled workers in order to be able to do the work. Yep. They need people with less skill so they can pay them less, and economic values of labor. Yeah, very good. You guys are rocking it. And all of those came in almost around the same time. So you guys are getting faster at this. All right, Team 2, you have 1,900 points, and Team 1, you have 2,700 points. Rachel, we still have all the 400s in, well, just the last 2 categories. And then everything else except for Enlightenment, 300. The 500s are all gone. And Claude 1 says, dang, we had the old book and none of this was in there. I need to read further into this. Yes. Yeah. Luckily for you guys, the DBQ is more about the documents. So that will be helpful, I think, in a way, because the documents can help you with the answers. But next week, Claude 1, I don't know if you were here when I announced, but next week I'll be doing some one-pagers to help you guys with some content, like things that you can look at really quickly to spur your brain and remember some of the stuff. So you might want to tune into those. All right, Rachel says miscellaneous for 300. Here we go. Explain one historical situation that supports the argument that Westernization brought more problems than benefits to the people. And you can use China, Turkey, or Japan as an example. Make sure that you give a specific example that would prove that Westernization brought problems on the people. More problems than benefits. And Gary, that's a good strategy, but you definitely do need to know some specifics. I don't know, it's kind of a catch-22. Gary says, oh, it brought Western culture and Japan didn't want that. True, but you need to prove to me that it brought more problems than benefits. Shun, explain that a little bit more. You're definitely right. That was a huge problem, but what was the problem versus the benefits with that? Ethan says, in other countries, it led to exploitation of them. This happened in China when they suffered as they tried to industrialize since pollution increased dramatically. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. What was so if you were asked this question, like on an SAQ, say, you would have to tie it in with benefits somehow. So as the West is coming into China, what benefits are they saying is going to happen versus the problem? You know what I'm saying? Kind of compare the two. Juan says Westernization in China led to the Opium Wars. True, Juan. So what was the benefit there that they were saying they were going to bring into China? And then what was that problem? Okay. Shun says, like it brought more Western intervention. True. Once again, so Western intervention is the benefit, right? What were they saying, or how were they going to benefit them through that? And then what's the problem? Hey, Annie, welcome back. We haven't gotten too far yet, so welcome back. Rachel says, Opium War humiliated the Chinese. Yes, Rachel, true. What was the benefit that was supposed to come, though, from opium or from that trade? How were the British spinning it? How did they say that they were going to benefit China? Quinn says, Japan was somewhat forced to westernize in the Meiji Restoration out of fear. Okay, good, Quentin. So what, we kind of got the benefit there. What was the problem? And then he says, Westernization brought more problems due to the monopoly the British had on Indian cotton, resulting in rebellions like Sepoy Rebellion. Okay, good. And then he has almost got it. And then what was the benefit that the British were trying to give to the Indians? How were they saying that they were going to benefit them despite these problems? Shun says, Western intervention, but Chinese didn't want it. And they ended up having opium wars, which legalized opium trade and made concessions, which negatively affected the Chinese economy. Okay, good. I'm going to give that one to Shun. She talks about both the benefits there as well as the problem. Very good. Let's look at some of these other ones real quick. Rachel says the Opium War, which was due to the British trading with China, it led to a huge war. Yes, that's true. But Rachel, make sure that you say what the benefit was, right? So when the British came into China, they were selling that, hey, if you trade with us, it's going to benefit you. How were they doing that? What were they saying was going to be the benefit to China? Ethan says the benefits of industrialization would be improved standards of living and new technology. However, it led to wars of tradition as new ideas later to each of the millions from wars and pollution and conflicts with other countries. Yeah, so basically they're going into industrialize and they're saying, hey, we're going to improve your living conditions. We're going to give you new technology, all of these good things. But in actuality, it led to problems, right? Gary says Westernization made China into a bunch of addicts and allowed for Britain to benefit through the large opium monopoly. But this would essentially cause the collapse of China's power. Very good, Gary. Juan says China didn't want to westernize and didn't want any foreigners, and the West brought opium wars, and we're told it was better for China because it would help them get more trade. Yes, very good, Juan. Awesome team support, Rachel. I like it. And then he says the benefit the British was trying to give to the Indians was with Indians having more of an influence in global trade. Sure, being able to participate in that, right? Don't forget that the British were also building railroads in India. And so they're using that as, hey, we're helping you, right? Remember, this happens with all industrialization and imperialism. We're not like to imperialism yet, but we'll be talking about that soon, where they go in and they say, hey, we're helping you but in actuality, they bring with them some problems. Sean says the benefit was to industrialize and get out of isolation. Yeah, very good. All right, Rachel, the board is yours. Go ahead and let us know what you want for your team. We're neck and neck still. Team 2 with 2,200 and team 1 with 2,700. Yes, Ethan, everybody wins. Those were some good answers. That was a hard question. So very good. Make sure that when you're looking at questions, you answer each part of it. All right. So that will help you break down your prompt for the DBQ. Make sure that you're answering the whole thing, not just part of it. Okay. That's why I was giving you questions like that. All right, revolutions. How about a revolution for 300? Here we go. The Haitian Revolution was the first blank blank. Oh, sorry, I forgot the word successful. The Haitian Revolution was the first successful blank blank. I made this morning, so I wasn't quite awake yet. So sorry. Very good one. Slave revolt. Whoop, whoop. All right. It was the first successful slave rebellion or slave revolt. All right. So team 1, you get control of the board back. And that pushed you to 3,000. Still anybody's game. So go ahead and let me know what you would like, Ethan. We still have 400 for government and industry and the 300 for industrial revolution and government of industry. Oh, we also have 400 miscellaneous, I think. Unless I forgot to mark it off, but I think we did. Why did I say African? I don't know. They were, yeah, okay, Gary, yeah. Quick hands. I like it. Oh, very good. It was the first successful slave revolt. All right, 400 for government and industry. Here you go. Explain one way that technology affected global interactions during this time. And by this time, I mean 1750 to 1950. How did technology affect global interactions? Gary says it allowed for further transportation of people. Tech allowed for faster trade. Okay. All of that is correct. Gary got it first, so team 1 gets those points. Let's see what else everybody says. Ethan says better ships, more trade, transportation for people. Yeah, so it leads to more migration. Definitely led to communication by the telegraph. Good job, Juan. And then he says technology allowed for more interactions and transportation of goods. Gary says, what am I saying? Ethan says, I wonder if there was old-timey cruises. Huh. Well, Titanic would definitely be an old-timey cruise, but definitely not one that you would want to be on. Thu, I don't have you on my team here, on any of my teams. I'm going to put you on team 1. I'll put you there. Okay, so they consolidated and enforced power. Yes, the more you know, Ethan. That's right. Sean says military advances in technology allowed Europeans to easily work on imperialism. Very good. These are all great answers. Ethan, let me know which one you'd like as I continue to go over these. Juan says, and faster trade, export goods and railroads. Yep. Oh, Gary, you're funny. Sean says railroads revolutionized transportation and played a role in imperialist nations' empire building. Absolutely. Yes, those are all great answers. All right, team 1 has 3,400 and team 2 has 2,200, but still anybody's game. Let's see. We have which one did we just do? Did we just do government and industry? I don't know if I marked it off or not. I don't think I did. I'll look back here and see. Yeah, government and industry, that's the one we just did. So let me mark it off. And Ethan says miscellaneous for 400. All right, here we go. Explain one historical situation that challenges the argument that westernization brought more problems than benefits. I think we already did that one. Yeah, we did. So I just didn't mark it off. Let's do 300. We already did that one. We do 500. Yep. Let's do 200. After the Opium Wars, China was split into what? And then he says, were railroads a main type of transportation during the quest for imperialism? Yes, definitely. As well as steamships. Steamships were very important, especially in Africa, because there were a lot of places that railroads couldn't go. All right, so after the Opium Wars, China was split into this. It's a couple of words. Very good, Gary. Spheres of influence. Ding, ding, ding. Hold on. The guest audience over here, they're clapping for you, Gary. Very good. All right, 200 points going to team 1. Ethan, let me know what you would like. I think we have 300 left for government and industry and industrial revolution. Jazz hands, yes. Good job, Juan. Spheres of influence, absolutely. Pedro, yes, you had it right. Just a little bit after Gary. How do you type so fast? He is pretty fast. He's got some fast fingers. And it might be a little bit internet too. I noticed that yesterday when we were playing with A-Push, some of the kids said they were sitting closer to their modem, and they were the ones that were like able to get done a little quicker. So maybe that has something to do with it. Rachel says, wow, that's actually super impressive, Gary. Ethan says, mine was first. Was it? It wasn't first on mine. I don't know. Maybe my computer doesn't like you, Ethan. All right. Ethan says 304 miscellaneous. I'm just kidding, Ethan. Okay. So how do we keep getting this question? We just already did this one. All right, let's go 100 for miscellaneous. I know we haven't done that one. The empire was nicknamed, or this empire was nicknamed the sick man of Europe because of its decline and unrest among the people. Rachel's getting ready to move closer to her modem. I love it. The Ottoman. Woohoo! Good job, Juan. The Ottoman Empire. Yes, very good. All right, it's coming in now. Very good. Ottoman Empire. Juan got those points. Ethan, you still have control of the board. Miscellaneous is completely gone. We still have 1 to 300 for government and industry, 1 to 300 industrial revolution, 1 to 200 revolutions, and 1 to 200 enlightenment. Wow, he responded before the question even appeared. Your internet must be going real slow, Ethan. Poor Ethan. At least Juan's on your team, Ethan. Sean said it too. No problem, Sean. This is good practice. It'll help you type faster. It's okay, Gary. Juan's on your team. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Ethan. Oh, okay. Ethan got closer to his router. He's gonna win now. Okay. Ethan, focus. What category do you want? You know what? I'm gonna guess for you. I'm gonna go with Industrial Revolution for 300. I think I'm feeling that one for you. I get it, Lana. My brain doesn't work this early either. All right, explain the cause and effect of the enclosure movement. Ethan, we'll do that one next. Explain the cause and effect of the enclosure movement. So I need a cause and an effect. Doesn't have to be in full sentences. But make sure that you tell me both. Oh, Sean, so sorry that I didn't tell you your team. Let's see. Team 2 is Leah, Lana, Rachel, Sam, Quentin, Parker, Pedro, Katie, and Sean. So there you go. Okay, Gary says, I don't know what the enclosure movement is. Well, you're about to learn, Gary. You're about to learn. Ethan says it led to urbanization as people migrated away from farms as they did not have enough farmland. All right. That is the effect. Definitely, Ethan. The cause of the enclosure movement was urbanization, and the effect was land taken from farmers. Okay. And given to the bigger farms, right? Make sure you add that in there. Rachel, the cause was the government wanting to control land. The effect was migration. Shun says the cause, lords wanted more money. Effect was urbanization. Very good. So I'm gonna, let's see, is Ethan and Enemy? Ethan and Enemy are on the same team. So they were closest. So I'm gonna give the team 1 that one. But yeah, you're right. So the enclosure movement was when the big farms in Great Britain wanted to buy up the little farms and enclose all that land to make bigger area. Okay, so it happens because of the agricultural revolution where they can start farming quicker because of machinery. So then the smaller farmers would sell their land and move into the city looking for jobs. That's the gist of the enclosure movement, Gary. Okay, so yay, team 1. All right, hold on. The audience wants to clap for you. All right, let's see. We still have government and industry for 300, so I'm going to give you guys that one. The construction of this in the U.S. helped facilitate the Industrial Revolution. The construction of this in the U.S. helped facilitate the Industrial Revolution. Yes, Sean. Urbanization is an effect, and that's what Ethan talked about. He was talking about the effect. It's okay, Rachel. Oh, this one's a tough one. Let's see who got it first. Ethan says railroads. Gary says railroads. Then Ethan said transcontinental railroad. Transcontinental railroad is what I was looking for there. So Ethan got in just like a millisecond before Rachel, getting those points for his team. Oh, so sorry, Rachel. Hold on. Let's see if I got a sound effect for that. Oh, that's how Rachel's feeling right now. All right. Very good. Okay, so yes, it's the Transcontinental Railroad. You just said railroad, Gary. I need transcontinental. Okay, I need the whole thing. All right, Ethan. We've got, let's see, 1 to 200 in every category except miscellaneous. At least that's what I think we have. That's what I got on my paper. So let me know what you want. Yes, Ethan is on your team, Gary. Railroads essay sounds like a foreign language. Thanks, Sean. I like it. That's funny. Oh my gosh. I ain't letting anybody get away with anything. All right. Ethan's over here trash talking, so I'm just going to pick Enlightenment 200 for them. Nationalism arose from the Enlightenment. Explain nationalism. And I'm looking for a really good definition of this. Sorry, Ethan, too slow. We'll do that one next. Give me a really good definition of nationalism. Don't forget any parts. Oh, my music is down. I got to flip the records. Okay, let's see what we got here. Gary says nationalism is a strong love towards one's country. Juan says nationalism is pride in your country. And Enemy says nationalism is unity of the people in the country. Shun says nationalism, I love my country. Yes, so Gary, Juan, and Enemy, I think you guys are all on the same team. This is a really good, like, combined definition. Rachel says the strong identification and shared culture. Oh yeah, that's good too, Rachel. Forgot about that part, the shared culture. Thu says nationalism is people who share the same language, culture, and ethnicity. Okay, so good, yeah. Ethan says nationalism is pride in one's own country as they become more aligned with their beliefs of their culture. Furthermore, it means having an allegiance to one's people. All right, very good. So we're going to split those points between Team 1 and Team 2 because I like some of each one of you guys'. Very good. So technically, the book says feeling of intense loyalty to others who share one's language and culture. So definitely those shared identities and the loyalty to it. Very good. All right. Very good, guys. Oh, Rachel. Rachel's coming for you, Gary. Okay, so right now we have 2,300 for Team 2 and 4,400 for Team 1. Not to worry, though. It is anybody's game, as was proven yesterday. All right, I think the other one that Ethan wanted was Industrial Revolution for 200, so we're going to go with that one. Eli Whitney is known for the cotton gin. He is also known for his invention of blank blank. Ethan smells cap. I think you meant crap. Yes, Shun. Very good. I liked all of those definitions. All right, what else is Eli Whitney known for? Nope, not the spinning Jenny. I like it. Spinning Jenny or something. Nope. He might have done the spinning Jenny, but what I'm looking for is interchangeable parts. Good job, Rachel. The audience liked that one. And Shun was right behind you, backing you up. All right, Rachel. We have 100 in enlightenment. We have 1 and 200 in revolutions, 100 in industrial revolution, and 1 to 200 in government and industry. Which one would you like? Who even knows this from the back of their head? Well, apparently Rachel and Shun. Interchangeable parts. This is important because remember in cottage industry, if I made, you can't see it, if I made this pen, each one of the parts of this pen would be unique. So if the cap breaks, then I have to get rid of the whole pen because I don't have a part to replace it. Interchangeable parts means that once factories come along, everything is uniform. So now if this cap breaks, I can still access another one that will fit this pen. Okay, so that's interchangeable parts. Think of like a gun or something that has a lot of parts like that they would manufacture, like a gun or what else? A telephone, things that are like really mechanical, a telegraph system. They have all these little tiny parts, and now with interchangeable parts, they can interchange them, okay? Oh no, Enemy, we're glad you're back. You guys, the volume in this bus is far too loud, Ethan says. That's funny. All right, Rachel, government and industry for 200. Here we go, guys. The second industrial revolution happened in the late 19th century into the 20th century. Name 3 of the 4 developments during this time. Ooh, and you can work together as a team. If everybody on your team gets the 3 together, I'll count it. Hey, Wan Ying, welcome in. I'm going to put you on team 2, Wan Ying. Your group leader is Rachel. So welcome in. We're almost done, but you're always welcome. Okay, so Gary says new forms of power. Yes. Rachel says telegraph, steel, and chemicals. Rachel got it. Bing, bing, bing. Yes, very good. So steel, oil, electricity, communications. Gary had one. Not quite nuclear power yet, Gary. But yes, telegraph, steel, and chemicals. Very good. All right, so that was 200. That bumps you guys up to 2,700. Team 1, you have 4,400. Very good. All right, good job. Rachel, let me know what you would like. Let's see. We had, what was that one? Industrial Revolution, I think. I've been very bad about, oh, okay. Topic 4. Okay. So we still have all the 100s left except for miscellaneous and revolutions for 200. Gary said she is hacking. No way. No way. See, Gary, Rachel is such a fast typer that she's able to welcome Wan Ying as well as play the game. It's amazing. I love it. That just shows that women can multitask right there. Okay. All right. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Oh, I'm liking this trash talk. It's really funny. All right. So Rachel wants enlightenment for 100. Okay. Okay. Oh, my class has already ended. You're right, Ethan. This game's taken a little bit longer. I think it's because we've explained some stuff. So if anybody in my class needs to go on to your second class, you're welcome to. If you can stay, though, stay, and we'll see who wins this battle. All right. So Ethan, Rachel says enlightenment. Let's keep going. Explain the enlightenment. Explain the enlightenment. Let's see. Oh, okay. Ethan, if you need to go, yeah, let's do that. After this, we'll go on to the final Jeopardy. That way you can stay and battle it out. For the final Jeopardy, I'm going to need somebody from Team 2. I hope somebody from my class is still here. They can get on teams. All right. For enlightenment... That's right, Gary. I mean, my class is far more important. I totally agree. Ethan says enlightenment is ideas of freedom and stuff. Gary says enlightenment was the belief that humans could better themselves through reason. Yes. Okay, so Gary, I'm going to go with yours. I mean, Ethan's correct too, but all right. So for Final Jeopardy, because we only had a couple more anyway. Final Jeopardy is reactions to industry. All right, that's your topic. And Team 1, you have 4,500. So if you are on Team 1, hop over, or if you're on Team 1 and you have my class, hop over to Teams and you can start a private chat with me. Go to the little chat box and then click on new chat. Ethan, I'm going to go ahead and start one with you. And then if you are also from Team 1 and you want to join in, go for it. If you are not in teams, you can put a suggestion of what you would like to wager for your team in the comments. That will be a suggestion towards whoever is in teams and can give it to me. So Team 1 has 4,500 and Team 2 has 2,700. Team 2 is Leah, Lana, Sam, Quentin, Parker, Pedro, Katie. You guys all have access to teams. So let me know how much you want to wager. If you don't have access to teams, you can put a suggestion for how much you'd like to wager. So like Rachel and Wan Ying, Shun, you guys can suggest how much you think they would like to, or you would like them to wager in the comments. Okay. That won't be the official wager though. I'll do the hidden wager so no one knows. Okay. Gary, you can also put a suggestion in here as well. I need to, well, you know what? We have the remind too. You guys could also send me a remind. If you're not in my teams, you could send the suggestion in remind. I forgot about that. So I have NNE in my remind, for YouTube. Let me see what the link is so that you can join. If you haven't joined the YouTube Remind, you can text 81010. So you text to that, and then the message would be at EF2734. And even if you're in my class, you can use Remind as well. So what you want to do, if you're not in my class, join the Remind real quick, and then you can participate in telling me how much you'd like to wager. Okay, let's see. I'm still waiting on some wagers. I've got one from Ethan. If anybody else from Team 1 wants to join in on that opinion, let me know. You still have some time because I'm waiting on Team 2. Team 2, Rachel, go ahead and, NNE, okay, NNE sent me a remind, so I will take that into consideration. Rachel, if you don't mind joining the Remind, then you can tell me what you want. Let's see, Wan Ying, you could do the same thing. Okay, Ethan, I got that. Now let's see. I still need something from Team 2. So if you're, let's see, I don't have anybody from Team 2 on my Remind. Or I'm not hearing from any of my class people either. All right, Team 2, I'm going to give you about 10 more seconds to let me know how much you would like to wager. What's the answer? Gary wants to know. Okay. All right. Sweet. I just got a wager from Team 2. I'll give you 5 more seconds if anybody else wants to weigh in. Team 2, I got a wager, and Team 1, I got a wager too. All right. Oh, coffee. Ethan, I don't even drink coffee. Now, chocolate, on the other hand, something I definitely like. I have been eating some leftover Easter candy. It's so yummy. Okay, reactions to industry. So here is the question is coming up. Now remember, hold on, I got to get my music. Remember, you guys are answering through Teams or Remind. So let me know your answer through Teams or Remind. Don't put it in the comments because we don't want everybody to hear it. Hold on just a second. I got to get the Jeopardy music. So if you are on Remind or if you are on Teams, you can answer this, and it will be whichever one is right. So if you get one person that gets it right on your team, that's all you need. Okay? Here we go. Describe one way that the development of industrialization contributed to the development of trade unions in the period of 1750 to 1950. Answer on Teams or through Remind. Here's your timer. Okay, I'm waiting for some answers. I see Ethan typing. If you haven't joined the Remind, Especially if you're not in my class, you text the number 8110 and you message, what was the message? D something. I don't know what it was. To look it up. DF 2734. There you go. So if you have not gotten into the remind yet, make sure you do that. All right, I got an answer from team 1. I'm waiting on team 2. Oh, bummer, Shun. We'll have to think of a different way. Maybe you could email me. Okay, just got an answer in from team 2 as well as team 1. Ethan's still typing. Okay. All right, so team 1 says, and then we had a couple people from team 1. One answer was the way the development of industrialization contributed to the development of trade unions was because of the exploitation nations faced during times of industrialization. To ensure no more exploitation was present, people were given the ability to join arms, and similarly, like the ideals of Marx and Engels, socialism and communism helped contribute to ensuring workers and traders had enough rights. Very good, team 1. This is also coming from team 1. The development of industrialization led to trade unions because it causes more demand for trade. This caused people to make trade unions in order to stabilize trade and increase the trade output. Unionization also occurred from middle-class workers who demanded better pay, which in turn forced companies to better trades. Very good, team 1. Very good. All right, so they wagered. Let's see how much they got. Okay, I got their final score. Let's look at team 2. Team 2 said that way the development of industrialization contributed to the development of trade unions was because the industrialization effects of the people was so bad they needed trade unions to have a voice. Very good. That one works too. Okay. So let's see what team 2 wagered and ended up with. Are you ready? Drum roll. All right, very good. So team 2 wagered 1,300 points, and they ended up with 4,000 points. Good job, team 2. But team 1 wagered 1,500 points, and they end up with 6,000 points. So very good to both teams. Team 1 has been victorious this time. So sorry, Rachel. I know you were really, really wanting to come after Ethan. That did it all by itself. Oh, no, it's doing it all by itself. Anyway, maybe next time, maybe next week. So next week, we're going to be playing games throughout the week. I might try to get some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire going. I think that would be fun. There's another game I'm going to try to get going called Destroy the Castle or Storm the Castle, I think. So we might play that one as well. So keep posted. Next week, we'll also be working on one-pagers. We have the DBQ tomorrow. So tune in at 7 tomorrow, 7 Central for the DBQ. All right, that was a great game, guys. The competition was fierce, and y'all did very, very well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really had a good time. If you have classes the rest of the day, good luck. Don't work too hard. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 for the DBQ. All right, Ethan says, boo-hoo, woohoo. Let me play you a sad song. Okay, Ethan. They're coming for you next week, buddy. Next week. Wan Ying says, it's okay, Rachel. Thanks, Wan Ying. That's so nice of you. Lana says, y'all are such alpha males. They are. It's so funny. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow at 7 for the DBQ. Bye.